Exploring the legacy of Project Blue Book, uncovering the mysteries of UFOs. Project Blue Book. People around the world have always been fascinated and mystified by unidentified flying objects, UFOs. Many people disregard UFO sightings as simply natural occurrences or mistakes made by humans. However, there have been numerous experiences that cannot be easily explained. In response to the increasing concern of the public, the U.S. government launched Project Blue Book, a thorough study into reported UFO sightings. Exploring one of the most significant government-led initiatives to solve the mysteries of UFOs, this article examines the history, objectives, and outcome of Project Blue Book. Through this investigation, readers gain an insight into the efforts made to uncover the truth. History of Project Blue Book. As the number of UFO sightings began to rise in the 1950s, the United States Air Force took action to address the public's increasing concern. In 1952, Project Blue Book was set up in response to an increased number of reports of unidentified flying objects. The aim of this project was to evaluate the risk posed to national security by unidentified flying objects, UFOs. Led by Captain Edward J. Smith, a voyage was set out to explore the unknown. The Air Force Project Blue Book was a comprehensive effort to investigate UFO sightings reported in the United States. Led by Captain Edward J. Ruppelt, the project gathered a team of scientists, debunkers, and military personnel to examine and evaluate. The purpose of Project Blue Book. The main objectives of Project Blue Book were to identify, analyze, and explain reported sightings of unidentified flying objects, UFOs. The Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program was active for 17 years, and during this time it studied and analyzed a huge number of UFO sightings, in which military personnel, commercial pilots, and civilians all gave first-hand accounts. The purpose of this project was to investigate UFO sightings and provide logical explanations for them, in order to allay any fears or misconceptions that people may have. Methods and investigations. Project Blue Book employed a strict and methodical approach to examine reported UFO sightings. Each reported sighting was thoroughly examined, which involved interviewing witnesses, examining physical evidence, and consulting with authorities in various scientific fields. The project team used the scientific method to assess the validity of UFO sightings, drawing upon disciplines such as meteorology, astronomy, psychology, and other relevant fields to explain the reports. At times, cases were even re-examined to assess the reliability of eyewitness testimonies. Significant cases. The majority of the cases investigated by Project Blue Book were eventually explained through conventional means. However, some remained unresolved or were categorized as unidentified. One of the most well-known cases of UFO sightings occurred in Washington, D.C., when 9 unidentified flying objects were seen in the skies. In 1952, the U.S. Air Force conducted extensive investigations into an incident which occurred near Washington, D.C., but were unable to determine a conclusive explanation for it. UFOs have been the subject of intense media interest and public fascination due to reported cases of unexplained aerial phenomena. Controversies and criticisms. Project Blue Book has been subjected to criticism for its methodology and explanations. Critics of the project argued that it was more focused on disproving sightings than on objectively studying them. The Air Force was accused of being secretive and not being transparent about potentially revolutionary discoveries, leading to criticism of the organization. Furthermore, it was alleged that the Air Force was withholding information from the public. The weakening of public trust in the project and the spread of speculation about a government cover-up were largely due to criticisms of its progress. Conclusion of Project Blue Book. In 1969, the formal investigations of Project Blue Book were concluded and the Condon Report was released. The Air Force requested the University of Colorado to compile a report on UFO sightings, which concluded that most of the sightings could be explained by natural phenomena, misidentifications, or hoaxes. The report suggested that no further government funding should be dedicated to studying UFOs. The U.S. government officially concluded its investigation into UFOs with the termination of Project Blue Book. Legacy and ongoing interest. The termination of Project Blue Book did not stop the public fascination with UFOs, demonstrating its significant influence on popular culture. The Condon Report, with its thorough studies and reports, revolutionized the discourse around UFO sightings. It sparked the public's curiosity and sparked a lasting fascination with the topic. UFO enthusiasts and researchers have long been intrigued by the mystery surrounding Project Blue Book, the U.S. Air Force's investigation into reports of unidentified flying objects. To this day, they continue to analyze and investigate sightings, exploring the findings. Conclusion: the U.S. government's Project Blue Book, which sought to investigate UFO sightings, was pivotal in forming public opinion on this phenomenon. The Human Genome Project sparked much debate and raised ethical questions. However, it had a lasting impact on the public's understanding of genetics. Whether one believes in the existence of extraterrestrial life or not, the legacy of Project Blue Book still evokes intrigue and discussion, reminding us of the persistent enigma that UFOs signify.